Okay, so this is going to be about my main bait barrel. This is the barrel that has the main bait in it that keeps the bears sitting there and keeps them coming in. This is something you got to keep as full as you can if possible. Where I'm hunting in Minnesota with Gary, he's going to be able to drive in there, so he should be able to keep it pretty full. In Idaho here, I had to carry the bait in on my back, so I'm just going to go through this real quick and show y'all and tell y'all how I do this. That's the barrel I use. It's just a steel garbage can. It's not aluminum, it's steel. And the reason I use a steel is because aluminum, they can chew through it. You don't ever want to use a plastic barrel. Gary's going to put together a 55-gallon drum, and you don't want to use a Blue Boy, the blue plastic ones, because a bear will destroy that plastic in a matter of hours if they want to, especially if you have grizzly bears close like we do. We haven't had any grizzlies come in where I hunt, but if one got in there, they eat a plastic one up in no time. And a black bear, like I say, could do it pretty quick too. So he's going to use a metal 55-gallon drum just like this. What I do with mine, the reason I use a garbage can is because I can't carry one of those in by myself. It's too heavy. And this one, it's empty, weighs nothing. I can carry it in real easy. I screw the lid on. You can see the holes in it. I actually bolt it to the top, and then I use a chain, 2 chains. I chain it over the top, attach the chain to the outside through the bolts, run it through the handle of the lid, so I haven't had a lid tore off. Again, a brown bear, grizzly bear would tear it off in no time, but a black bear usually will take the time to go ahead and stick their paw in the hole there and just pull the bait out. So what Gary's going to do on this is the same thing I did with this. You want to put the hole on the 55-gallon drum a little bit above this ring or into this ring. You want them to be able to almost get to the bottom, not quite to the bottom. That way there'll always be a little bit of bait in there that'll keep bears coming back. Again, the point of this is to keep a bear there, to put them in position to get a good, humane shot on them. What I do with the hole is cut out about the width of my hand. You don't want to go more than about 8 inches. If you make the hole too big, they're just going to empty the bait barrel out on the ground with their paw. They'll wipe the bait barrel out, they'll sit there and eat the bait, and you'll be putting bait in that thing every other day. If you do it, the smaller the hole where they could get their paw in it, but they're still able to get bait. I've never had one of these emptied, and the guys were asking me, how is it you don't have to fill your bait barrels up so often? First of all, most people use donuts and bread and high calorie, low protein type stuff, so it doesn't fill the bear up. They'll sit there, like they'll fill up, but they'll keep coming back. I mean, a bear will hit it 2 or 3 times in an evening or in the space of a night, and they got to keep filling the bait up. What I use for bait is sweet mixed horse feed with corn mixed half and half or so. I completely fill the barrel up, and then I add either Boar Masters, Rebel Raz, or Bear Sense in Wyoming, or excuse me, in Wisconsin, make really good powdered bear attracted additives that you put into your bait barrel, and it's super strong smelling. You don't want to get any on you. You want to mix it really good with the bait that you put in with the sweet mix of the corn. If nothing else, at least get it in the top part of it so that smell will get out. Once they start dumping that bait on the ground, which they'll spill it, it'll really get that scent going, and it'll bring a lot of bears in. You put the hole, like I said, is about as wide as my hand, and then I put a flap in here, and you can see where I reinforce this with bolts and some pretty big washers so they can't rip this out. And the reason I have it on the inside is so that when the bear sticks its paw in and it grabs some bait and it comes out, you can see how it'll start wiping some of the bait off, so it slows down how fast they can get the bait out. It'll keep them interested, but they can't just stick their paw in there and pull a whole paw full out, because again, they'll empty it really quickly. This was just a piece of mud flap on the back of a snowmobile. You can use any kind of rubber. You can see it's not super thick, it's kind of flexible. You could use clear plastic. You can do a lot of things to do this, but you got to put a flap on it. It also helps to keep the rain out of there. Bears don't like super fermented grain, so that helps to keep it dry. But mostly importantly, it just keeps them from getting all the bait out so quickly. So on the 55-gallon drum that Gary's going to do, cut the hole, put something like that on the inside. I mean, heck, you could even if you have some kind of epoxy, you really want it so they can't get that off of there. And then make sure you have a good banded lid that you can put on the 55-gallon drum to keep it tight. Some people will take a barrel like that, put the lid on it, put a hole in it like mine without the flap, or with a flap, and then they'll put a eye bolt through the top with a chain to a tree, a long chain, so that the bear has to roll the barrel around in order to dump contents out to eat it. I don't like doing that because then I can't position the bear. For me, it's all about getting a position where I've got this kind of sitting like I would against a tree. So if we pretend that that shed is a tree and those are logs, and that just happened to be there, but I would do that. I would put some logs or something around it or on top of it to position that bear so that when the bear comes in and starts sitting down to feed and to put its paw on the barrel, it gives me a quartering away shot, so that I can shoot it behind. On this case, it'd be the right leg, and you shoot a bear a little further back than you do a deer. They're not put together like a deer, so you want to shoot them a little further back. And again, this could be turned depending on how your bait's set up. It could be turned so that you have a quartering away shot to their left side. But that's what you want to try and work towards, a quartering away shot. And then I did some other videos today on a bait scent ball and a bear lollipop. You do all this stuff so that it keeps the bears interested. So if your bait runs out, they'll work on the lollipop. The scent ball will bring other bears in, and if they get a hold of it, they could eat it, but they'll wipe the scent ball out in, like, 2 seconds. They'll just eat the doggone thing. It won't hurt them if a bear gets in there, but that you're not going to take. It won't hurt them if they eat it. But anyhow, that's how I do my bait barrels. So make sure you get a good, strong 55-gallon drum. You don't want to get one that's all rusted out, because if you do, a bear will just poke its paw through the rust spot. They're not stupid. They'll figure it out. And then take that barrel, the 55-gallon barrel, and chain it to a tree just like I would this. You just want it chained up so that they can't roll it off the hill or roll it away, because those bears will do. We've seen them do stuff in Alaska with 55-gallon blue boys that were full of avgas, and for some reason they love avgas, and they'll lick the avgas up, and they roll the barrels away, and they chew them all up, and you come back out there and the barrel's just totally destroyed. So you want to have them chained up where they can't take off with it. But anyway, that's how I do my bear bait barrels. If y'all have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll answer them. Good luck. Watch my other videos. Like and subscribe and share if you would. I'd like to see some pictures of y'all with bears this year. Bears hunting, it's fun. They're really cool critters. You almost hate to shoot them, but there's a lot of bears in Idaho. I usually go try and take out the problem bears, the ones that the Forest Service are going to call Idaho Fish and Game, and have us come move, because I used to work for them, and we'd have to relocate bears all the time. So it's easier, and I enjoy bear meat. It's good. It tastes like venison. So if you haven't ate a bear before and you take one, even if your state doesn't require that you take the meat, take it. A lot of people, some people might like it. Even if you don't want to eat it, it's actually really delicious. Tastes like venison. I put it in a crock pot and just slow cook it, and I'll eat a piece of bear meat for a while, and then I'll take another piece and throw it in the crock pot and just keep going at it. It's pretty good stuff. So anyhow, Radar here with you. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of not very edited or anything, but just wanted to get that information out there so Gary could get started on our bear bait barrel, because I'm going hunting in Minnesota at the end of September for a black bear, and we'll probably be taking you guys along with me, and we'll do some live stuff if we have the service to do it. So again, like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.